All right, welcome in to another day of our daily Devos in the Psalms. Pastor Rick here, and we are jumping in to Psalm 75. And if you know how many Psalms are in the book of Psalms, you know that today is like the halfway point. So, man, I know when we started out on this journey, you thought, are we ever going to get through this giant book of all of these Psalms? And the answer is yes, we are. Because hey, we're halfway through. We're making great progress. Um, if you do me a favor, if you're liking these videos, can you click like, and then can you also maybe if you haven't subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel just for fun. I would love to make these accessible to more people, and that's how you can help me. So doesn't cost any money. Just like and subscribe, and it'd be super fun. And if you really like them and you want to get reminded, you can click on the bell and get reminders when new videos drop, and they're generally speaking dropping every single day. So just one quick devotional for every day. So there you go. All right, let's jump right into the text and see what God has to say to us today. So Psalm 75, verse 1. We give thanks to you, God. We give thanks to you, for your name is near. We give thanks to you, God, for your name is near. And his name is him, he is near. People tell about your wondrous works. And again, I've just been struck by how much this concept has been coming up about declaring and telling, and like let's stop keeping the biggest secret, the best secret ever. Let's stop keeping it. Let's start sharing it with people that they know about the wondrous works of our God, about what an amazing God we serve, about how loving and gracious and kind he is, and how he knows what we need better than we know what we need. So we ask God for things, and sometimes it feels like he says no, and he's not actually. Well, sometimes he is. Sometimes he is saying no because we asked for something that we actually don't need or shouldn't get, because God knows the effect that thing would have on us. So tell people about his wondrous works. And maybe you have to start by telling yourself. You have to maybe sit down and journal it out a little bit and think about it and meditate on him and how good he is and how he has done great things in your life. And I know I'm taking that challenge today. I'm going to do some sitting and thinking today about what God has done, and really just begin to kind of document it out a little bit. And then I'm going to be able to tell people. I've got some great testimonies of the wondrous works of God in my life. And you know what? I'm just going to start telling that story a little bit more frequently than I have been, because I think that it's good and right. We overcome the enemy by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of our testimony. Just getting out that word of our testimony where God has been real in our lives. We want to share that with other people. So verse 2, when I choose a time, I will judge fairly. When the earth and all its inhabitants shake, I am the one who steadies its pillars. I say to the boastful, do not boast, and to the wicked, do not lift up your horn. Your boasting, your military strength, that kind of stuff. Do not lift up your horn against heaven or speak arrogantly. That's a good call right there. Like you get, and it's mostly talking about the wicked here, but, we could apply wise words are good for anybody that's willing to listen. And so don't lift up your horn against heaven or speak arrogantly. Come humbly before the Lord. We get to come boldly before the Lord because of what Jesus has done for us. But we need to do it humbly, because he is awesome, amazing, glorious, above all, in all, through all. Exaltation does not come from the east, the west, or the desert, for God is the judge. Kind of implying there, exaltation comes from God. God alone. It doesn't come from the east or the west or the desert. Exaltation comes from God, for he is the judge. He brings down one and exalts another. And you know what? He's got a purpose in it. He brings down one and exalts another, and there is a purpose in it. It is not willy-nilly. It is not random. Like, God's got a plan for what he's doing. For there is a cup in the Lord's hand full of wine blended with spices, and he pours from it. All the wicked of the earth will drink it, draining it to the dregs. The dregs. That gritty, awesome stuff at the bottom of your coffee pot when you had the filter overflow a little bit and the coffee grounds got into your coffee. It's so good. It's everybody's favorite. You're kind of like choking on it and stuff. Ugh. So don't drink things down to the dregs. But there's a cup in the Lord's hand, and the wicked will drink it down to the dregs. And as for me, I will tell about him forever, and I will sing praise to the God of Jacob. Again, declaring God's goodness and faithfulness, and just being a witness for the Lord, and spreading his goodness, his greatness everywhere we go. Today, Good Friday today, and talk about what Jesus has done for us, the pain that he went through, the sacrifice that he made. I'll cut all the horns of the wicked, but the horns of the righteous will be lifted up. So, again, God has a way with the wicked, but the horn of the righteous will be lifted up. And how are we made righteous? We're made righteous not because of our own doing. Ephesians 2:8, for you've been saved by grace through faith, not of works, lest anyone should boast. No one can boast. No one can say, I did this. We have to be, again, humble and thankful for what God has done, because the only reason that we get to be lifted up, the only reason that our horn gets to be lifted up is because of his faithfulness and his goodness, because we have accepted the sacrifice that he made for us. And that means that we can extend that invitation to anyone around us. It doesn't matter how awful they have been or have thought about being. God is bigger than all of that. So let's be people that declare the goodness of the Lord, that lift him up, that praise the God of Jacob, that tell about him forever. Let's let that be our thing, and let's do it with humility. Do not lift up your horn against heaven or speak arrogantly. Let's come to the Lord in humility and know that he's the one, he's the one bringing stability to the pillars of the earth. So when your life is shaken and you feel like it's shaken down to the core, know that he's got you. He's got you in his hands. He's watching over you. Even when you don't understand what's going on, God is good and God is faithful. And he is doing something. He is working all things together for good. Even when it doesn't make sense, we can hang on to him. And we can give thanks to him, for his name is near. For he is near. For he is near. I hope you are encouraged today. God bless you. Have a great day today, and I will see you tomorrow.